Good day, traders. This is Rich with some price action on the markets. Currently 4:14 p.m. May 6, 2021, Thursday. Hope everyone's doing well. Everyone thought Roku was going to miss bad because of Netflix. I didn't think so. Anyway, make sure you subscribe for new, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. It takes 2 seconds, not even to punch the like button just below my video. Anyway, yeah, Roku getting beat up. So today, right, we had the markets up, Dow, new highs, 318, NASDAQ 50, SPX, but there's like an hour or two where it felt like the end of the world in finance because all the markets or all the stocks we've watched in 2020 are literally getting pummeled. Stock, for example, like Roku, getting pummeled. We had a high of Roku in the 480s maybe, and it's down under 300, but now it's back above 300, and it crushed numbers. I think the quarterly, it was $1. Wait, that doesn't seem right. Versus negative 12 cents. Revenues of 574 compared to 493. I mean, everyone compared it to Netflix, but Netflix is a streaming like channel. Roku is a device. I mean, they might have their own stuff, but everyone puts their platforms on Roku. And I think Roku, other than the remotes, can't stand the remotes, is a great device. And you pay, you don't pay monthlies. Now you can subscribe to channels within Roku and pay monthlies through that. I don't even know their platform. But I think Roku is going back up to, put the afters on there. I think it's going to go back up to, let's say, 320s by tomorrow. Unless the markets completely tank, I see this thing just going back up because it's like, hey, people were buying Roku. Anyway, that's my Roku story. I don't want to waste my time on that. Today was a pretty minimal day. I didn't really do much in the afternoon. In fact, my last trade was at 12:30. I sat here, I was waiting for stuff, and nothing was really triggering or setting up. Like, there was potential plays, but I was doing okay today. I didn't want to force anything. So let's just get into it. 252 on the day, which is decent. I'll just talk about the Boeing trade. I thought it was I was in a little bit early on it. The short here actually popped up right when I got in it and then flushed down and made the move I was expecting it to. Go figure. And MRNA, I don't remember what I did there. PayPal, I thought it was going to make its move early in the morning. Whoops. And it actually just flushed down, came back up. I thought it was going to make its move back up and just completely flushed down and kind of sat around the rest of the day. That's how that went. BCRX was similar to, nothing really happening, even though it did make its move later. It kind of climbed up here. I missed this trade here through 1150, which was nice. The secondary move through 1150, and it ran up to 13 something, 1328. WFC was a news play, short side. LEDS, dangerous stock. Just every hour, just crazy rug pulls. Total algo traded, low float. You just got dumped on if you got in at the wrong spot. And I took a few bucks off it and probably could have made a lot more on that particular trade. MRNA, it was another unfortunate MRNA day. Yesterday, if you remember me telling you about the news that I get in the room I'm in, the mic was, there was a glitch. Well, guess what? Today, the opposite news came out, which it was like the opposite of the vaccine intellectual property scenario. And supposedly the guy was yelling, I'm not going to say his name because he knows, if he's listening, he knows who I'm talking about, and it ripped. But I caught it on Benzinga, probably around here. I jumped in with 100 shares. I'm like, that sounds good. And then it ran up, and I had a couple more entries in it. Oh no, one more entry in it as it was climbing up. And hopefully that glitch doesn't happen anymore based on the last 2 days, because this was a monster. I could have gotten in with a few hundred shares. I only got in with 100 shares. And so be it. No big deal. JMIA, if you guys are aware of Citron, he's lost his appeal. so to speak. He was a short seller last year in 2020. Now he's only taking long trades, and he was all over this thing, and it was actually really annoying. It was almost equivalent to the Snow IPO opening last year. It's just very, I don't know, boring and lame. Anyway, I got in here. I got a nice pop in it with 500 shares. Took my money and walked. Got my 136 on that trade. So pretty much had a couple news trades. Actually, 3 news trades. And that's where I'm leaning towards right now, news flow. And, there's other things that set up, but I wasn't forcing it because it just wasn't as nice. Meanwhile, Roku's dropping off again. So we'll see what it does. It's a stock I played in the last year. It'd be interesting to see. I'd like it to see it below where it is. I mean, Beyond came out with their numbers too, and they're getting beat up. They missed everything. They actually dropped to 106, so they're coming down. So look at these stocks, right? And this is what I want to close up with. Just everything we looked at last year. EV plays like Workhorse, right? Decimated. We're talking February of this year. So let's go to time frame weekly. You can see the pops and drops here. So basically Roku, right? Crazy off highs. T-Doc, right? Peloton, 160s, 170s down to like the 80s. What else are we talking about? We talked about Beyond, crazy up in the 220s at one point. Zoom, right? Over 500. Now it's below 300 again. I can go through this. You're talking about all the EVs. EVs plug was over 70 and now it's below 22. Even DraftKings has made some nice pullbacks and recoveries, but this time it's really pulling back. In the gaming space, like Penn was in the 140s and now it's down. So you see all the names we were trading, or at least I was trading in 2020, are now just 20, 40, 60% down off their highs. And if you're holding that stuff, you're just bumming, Meanwhile, Walmart, it's battling around, but it's maintaining its space. It's not really giving up much. Costco, these guys are the reasons why the markets are where they are. MMM, 3M, come on. That's at all-time highs. Ford, even Ford's up there. Even, comparing to the EV space, there's getting, who knows where that's going to go. But I'm just showing you like what I'm seeing. It's not just about tech. And if Biden decides to, increase taxes on corporations, growth stocks can get hit pretty good. Who knows about what's going on with inflation and tapering and all that garbage. So keep an eye out. Trade the in-play stuff like FSLY, right? Crazy mover of 2020. Crazy mover. It was a $20 stock going into the pandemic and ran up to like 150 or something like that, and now it's back down to $40. So between SPACs and all that stuff, they've seen their light, and now it's all coming back. Don't be a bag holder in them. If you feel like you need to get out, get out. If it's a growth stock and you really believe in the company, you can do whatever you want, but hey, I'm happy. Will I start looking at these things to purchase in a long-term portfolio? Maybe. Like Amazon, I'll buy Amazon at like 3,000. I'm not going to buy Amazon up here. But there's a lot to be had, and there's lots to look out for. So keep, yourself in check, manage your risk, and I'll be back tomorrow to close out the week. Again, this is Rich. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, like the video, share the video, and comment. Have a good night, and I will talk to you tomorrow.